Welcome to another Scrawlrbox unboxing. So this is box, I think, 127, because I'm still catching up on boxes, and 128 is on its way. Oh, isn't it? Wow. It's a close-up of a bee. How cool is that? Okay, so that's our zine. And here is our print, which is very cool. A little bee doing some reading. And the featured artist is Georgette Newton. And these are her socials, so Nap Trapped Art. So you can check her out and give her a follow. And then we have an A5 toned grey drawing pad, 120 grams and 20 sheets. Okay, that matches the print. And let's see what is in here. Oh, that's a bit melted, so we might leave that one alone. And here's our very cool sticker. We have a Lyra Graduate Fine Liner in black. Oh, that looks like a flexible point. Don't think you can see that quite. No, doesn't want to focus. Anyway, we'll swatch that out and see what that's like. What we got here? A Faber-Castell multi-mark acrylic black. So a 20 to 30 ml round and a 1 to 2. This looks like one we have to prime. Okay. It's a tapered point, not quite a brush, but a tapered point. And a round tip. Okay, let's pop that out of the way. Over there. And we've got a white one of those as well. I've never seen those before, so it's a bit cool to try. And then we have 6 Derwent pencils. Fine art. Let's have a look. Okay, we have the Derwent Chroma Flow. So we have 6 pencils. We have Carolina Blue, Light Mauve, Slate Grey, Caribbean Green, Lagoon, and Saffron Mango. They all look like nice colours. I haven't really tried a lot of the Chroma Flows. I've tried a couple. So this will be good to see what they're like with the range. I was going straight to swatching, and we should have a look at the Scrawlrzine. So here are our contents. So this says they're super smooth, super soft core for a soft lay down of pigment, and fine liner, 2 paint pens that deliver opaque colour, so opaque lay down. This is the artist with some more of her work, which looks like some of the Chroma Flows and paint pens. Some of the swatching. On point, keep the leads on point for super fine details and edges, holding the pencil correctly, holding it further back for light sketching and closer for detailed work. Circular motions, burnishing, building up multiple layers. Yeah, with colored pencils, you build up your layers to burnish. Different pressure, layering, mixing colors, so you can mix color pencil by creating layers. And the paint pen will be interesting to see how that goes on top of the pencils. This is a deep dive, so here's a tutorial here. You can use that to make something. Looks pretty cool. This is behind the artwork, and you can see they've used a cotton tip there to do some blending. Smushing, patient layers and smushing. Okay. So they say once you've got enough layers, give them a good smush. So you can use that. You can also use some blending stumps. So I've got a range of these. You can use graphite and coloured pencils, and you can buy burnishing pencils as well. This is Citrus Serpent. So we got some markers and a chunky pencil, a white gel pen, and a thick liner. I really enjoyed this box because obviously I really enjoy drawing snakes, and there's some really cool snakes in here. So there's Zoe H Artist, Mama G Draws, Just Johnny, Tao Dream Arts, very cool dragon, Apron Draws, Paul Bainbridge. So some really cool works there. Here are the top three. This is very cool with the effects they achieved here. And this one here, and this one as well. So some very cool snakes. This is Scroll Fest. So I was doing, I think, Bird Fest at that time. I was going to do this as well, but I couldn't quite manage both. And so we've got Stephanie, Abby, and Danilasaurs. Okay, and the prompt for this one is Bees at Ease. So inspired by a feature artist and fellow scrawler Georgette, our garden legends work hard all seasons long, so why not imagine them taking a moment to relax? Picture bees lounging on petals, insects soaking up the sunshine, or beloved pollinators enjoying a quiet pause among the flowers. Let these laid-back garden scenes inspire your artwork. Okay, so we can get some other pollinators there. Let's do some swatching. I'm not sure what I want to do for this yet. Maybe not a bee. And butterflies, and there's moths and insects, which might suit this palette, or I just get creative with colours. Let's have a look at this fine liner. I'll zoom you in so you can see. This is the toned paper. So this is the Lyra Graduate. It's a nice tip. It's not as bendy as I thought. It's actually quite stiff. So it's pretty consistent with its lines. Now, I'm going to have to prime these. This is a white. Let's see. So, I normally buy paint pens now with a brush tip that you don't have to do this. Oh, wow, that primed really quickly. That's impressive. And that is very nice and opaque. Let's see how it dries. So that's a fine tip. Okay. I'm impressed with that. Can always do with a good white paint pen, not pen, to put in highlights on drawings and things like that. Let's have a look at the black, maybe in the other tip to see. Look at the size difference. And paint does come down pretty quick there. That's impressive. Give it another press. Maybe another shake. It's coming down slowly. Maybe the other tip's quicker to activate. There we go. And oops, that's not quite dry. That's all right. You can get a bit of a blend there. That looks kind of cool. Okay. So they're very cool. Let's have a look at our pencils. So, a range of colours here. We've got some lights and some darks. And here's a cooler palette. Let's try out this Saffron Mango first. They are quite nice and soft on the lay down. Okay. Let's put another spot over here. They are nice and soft. Okay, so that's the saffron mango. Impressed so far with the lay down. What's this one? Light mauve. Mauve. However you pronounce it. I do like a thicker barrel on my pencils though. That's one thing. Because these are quite thin. It's a bit hard to see on this grey paper how it blends. But seems to layer okay, there's no pushback. Keep that going down and see what happens. Alright, so that one is the light mauve. Okay, next we'll go the Carolina blue. This one doesn't feel as soft. The last two felt soft. It's still soft, but not as creamy soft as the other two. Okay, and we can see the layering a bit better on this. I don't know if there's any interaction there. There's a little bit of a colour change. Okay, so that one's a bit harder. Then what are we going to go to? Lagoon. Whoops, forgot to put the name on that. Carolina blue. Okay, now we go to Lagoon. And this one's soft as well. Find that sometimes there's a little bit of variance between pencils. It must have something to do with pigments or something like that. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing while I'm talking. That's handy. There we go. I'll put that down, and I want to see how this light colour goes over the top. Okay, so it does go over the top. And it does start to burnish. So getting that smooth finish. I've got a few crumbs there coming up while we do that. Okay, let's try this pink on top. So the third layer, this would be the third layer. It feels like it's pushing back a little bit. Okay. Let's put Lagoon on this one. Next one, Slate Grey. Let's try that one. Okay, that's slate grey. And last one, which I should have put there, is Caribbean green. And that one goes nicely over the dark. Let's see how we go on a blend. So I'm going to do this green. And we know we build up slowly in layers, so I'm just releasing the pressure on the pencil as I come over this side to help smooth out the blend. Make sure we got lagoon. And we'll start on this side. And same thing, I'll release the pressure as we reach where they join and just allow the colours to mix. Let's go the other way. So keeping the pressure harder on the outside edge, and then as we come in, just releasing a little bit. Seeing how they go with the blend. Not as soft as last time when you come across for the second layer. Okay, that dark's quite dominant, so let's see if we can come in a little bit harder now on the mix. So we've got a bit of a mix going there. And I need to sharpen my pencil. But I was going for a dark green, so I don't want the blue to take over too much. So now I've built up my layers and I have enough pencil there. I can go in across here and try and blend that out. Okay, it's not too bad. Let me try this pink. And blue. And there's pink going, there we go. And that one seems to be mixing a lot easier. Okay, so I've sharpened all the pencils and I've settled on drawing a musk lorikeet, which is a pollinator here in Australia. It looks like this. So I'm going to draw that and then we'll add some colour. So you can join me for some of the sketching and I'll put on some music just so you're not listening to me rabbit on the whole time. And I think we might sketch in this colour here, maybe, or this one. We'll see which one I prefer. Maybe this one. So, hope you enjoy watching the process. this is my completed work. So I've used all of these. Obviously the parrot's not in its original colours. I've just changed them out for the colours that I did have. This is meant to be red in here with some maroons and pinks. So I've just used the saffron mango and the purple I had and a bit of blue. I've used the white paint pen and a bit of the black, and I use that to do my signing. And that's all I'm going to do on that one. The pencils are okay. I prefer the Derwent, I think, drawing, which are softer and have a wider barrel, and the Derwent Light Fast, because I find those two, which are obviously more expensive, those two blend and layer a lot better than these. But you know, these came together not too badly in the last layer. It's just the light colors. Some of the, like this pink, what is it, light mauve, doesn't really layer on top quite well, whereas this one, the saffron mango, does. So it's interesting between the different pigments and colors. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. I've been playing with colored pencils a little bit, and I prefer a softer pencil than this, but they were good fun to play with. The paint pens were good. I think on this grey paper they really pop, and it's nice having the two different tips in one pen, so you don't have to buy two pens. So that's the Scrawlrbox 127. Let me know what you think of the drawing. I hope you enjoyed watching the process, and I will see you in the next one. But if you enjoyed this, please consider giving it a like or subscribe. And if you do use these and have any tips on how you use these or which pencils you prefer to use, let me know in the comments, and I will see you next time.